The following presentation may contain language unsuitable for elderly grandparents, household pets, and nuns. Unnamed Drag Productions accepts no responsibility for any resulting homosexuality, teenage pregnancy, or chemical dependency that may transpire as a result of listening to this garbage fountain. You have been warned. Enjoy! Unnamed Drag Podcast.
Oh god, someone put 50p in the dickhead. Welcome back to the Unnamed Drag Podcast. How are we all doing?
How are you all doing?
During this difficult time.
So I know that we said we were going to do Worst Dates Part 2.
Yeah, we did. We
However,
did.
Something came up.
Yeah! My daddy's dick. No. I'll tell you what did come up though, an angry sky daddy, apparently. Punning a shoal with some sort of fucking plague. What is this, the Bible?
Has anyone blamed this on the gays yet?
Yeah.
I feel like... Oh, have they?
Well, Anne Widdecombe said that coronavirus wasn't going to be that bad because she was like, it's no worse than AIDS or some shit. And it's just like, do you know what, Anne?
Fuck this! I'm leaving.
Fuck this hooker. Like, she needs to just stop
what a piece
it.
of shit.
But yeah, we are in the peak of people being advised to...
there's a very obvious thing that we thought we should talk about, and that is social disruption because of my pussy.
Your pussy is
pussy.
Your pussy is patient zero, mama. Like somebody ate pussy that they shouldn't have been, and now everyone's diseased.
Hey, who ate this pussy? We were all told not to eat the pussy. It wasn't me. It was fucking you.
It fucking was you.
Yeah.
It was very you that ate the pussy.
And then you died.
Okay, so we spent the whole morning getting ready to film this podcast, discussing what you would be like as a Grim Reaper, and it would be me sat there reading a magazine, and
I'd get hit by a bus or something.
And then Marilyn turns up, and I go, "Oh, did you die?" Hang on, let me check the book. No, I was like, let me check the folder. Yeah, it says that you died, and then you'd be like,
"This is your job."
Then you'd be like, "Well, how did it happen? Like, what actually?"
Wait, what? Why? What did I get hit by a bus? Was it a disease? Was it an aneurysm?
What happened was you were alive, and then here it is. You died. Can I say goodbye to my family? Well, no, because. You died. But
can I at least get a Sprite? You died.
Can only reward Sprite to people that didn't die. So it's no laughing matter because we know that there have been fatalities.
We're not laughing at that.
No, we're not laughing with that story, but we are laughing that if I was the Grim Reaper in this scenario, people would be fucking pissed. They'd be super angry. You died. But yeah, we just wanted to delay the part 2 of the Worst Dates podcast just to check in with everyone and check in with ourselves and see how everyone's doing because it's fucking scary.
And it's one of those things as well.
It's as much as we're all terrifying.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Actually,
as much as we're all sick of hearing about it and sick of seeing it on our Facebook feeds and Twitter feeds and all that, we're sick of it. At the same time, everyone, I feel, just needs to talk about it and get it off their chest.
Yeah, and
which is why we're sick of hearing it, because we're all experiencing it and we're all talking about it.
But the thing is, no one's actually...
Which is a good thing.
I feel like a lot of the time, because now people are self-isolating, no one's having a constructive dialogue about it.
No, everyone's just going, this is shit!
They're all just gobbing off in the echo chamber for a start. Yeah. And that's no good.
Don't gob off in the echo chamber, gob off to our people.
Gob off in my echo chamber. That is so disgusting. I just got my pussy in echo chamber. Also, a moment for our outfits because again we're having a day where
we don't exist in the same way.
What world are we in where we hang out?
Where we come across each other. Yeah. Come across me.
Oh god, in your little bondage top because apparently Marilyn Sane has invented bondage. I look like I just look like I'm having my period in the 80s. I don't know how else to describe it, but I'm enjoying it. Yeah,
so you're the depression that you get from being quarantined.
Yeah.
I'm actively trying to cheer people up.
I'm the depression that you get from being quarantined. You're the outfit that you put on to prance around in front of the window to give the neighbours a good show. Because that has been one of my absolute favourite things that I've seen so far, where it's people say that you should get dressed each day when you're in isolation so that you can fool your mind into thinking that you're going out. It's like, no, bitch, lean into it.
Yeah.
Ball gown, stand at the window, convince your neighbours that they've been haunted by a ghost.
Yeah!
Like, do it.
This is your opportunity to just flounce about the house and whatever you want. I love an opportunity to not dress for other people. Dress for yourself.
I got dressed up yesterday.
What did you wear?
I mean, it was nothing special.
It was nothing.
Well, that's the other thing. I've been working out at home, and that does mean that I've been doing it without a top on and just having my big fat blubbery rolls whilst doing weights. It's great. It's very liberating. I mean, my dining room carpet will now stink of sweat. Yeah, the other day I got my a new T-shirt from like an artist that I
saw.
And then I was like, and I've got these like little Azalea Banks in the Luxury music video braces, which are
you could have just said leather braces.
I could have just said them, but
make it fag.
But make it fag, yeah, exactly. And then a little trilby hat.
I saw.
And then
it's a fucking cute outfit.
Then a little foundation, and I did a little smoky eye waterline. And I was like, I look good.
And then you put sunglasses on.
And I was like, I look good. I'm gonna take some photos.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's because you're lucky enough to quarantine and self-isolate.
I mean, I'm very aware that I'm privileged enough to be able to, but at the same time, all of my income is just dried up.
Yeah, that is also true.
I am privileged that I can just stay at home, but it fucking sucks because, like, I'm poor now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not, I'm just going to take a moment, actually, to say, from the absolute heart of my bottom, thank you to everyone who's like tipped via PayPal or bought my music or just like reached out and said, are you guys okay? Like, have the cats got food? Like, we're not destitute, but things are going to get really bad really quickly, basically. Yeah. That's the issue, is because I don't have like a big old safety net sort of thing to like fall back into. If this were to, I mean, there's been rumours and shit of this going on for 12 months. If that happened, like, financially, I'm fucked.
Well, it's a case of we'll see, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
because who's supposed to go out and get a job at the moment unless you're going to go and work at one of the supermarkets? Bitch, they're going to take one look at me and go, you're a cross-dressing monster.
No, thank you.
You can't work here.
This is for people.
Yeah, exactly.
No, well, like, Matt's self-employed.
Yeah.
And owns a small business.
Feeling the burn.
Yeah, so
and that's just his penis.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
It's the size of a small business.
Yeah, it's not that small, but it does the business.
I was actually talking that it's like its own little unit.
Please come to Unit 1.
Come to Avenue D at Snetton Market. Stop it.
So yeah,
Stop it, Nana. Carry on.
Obviously, I don't want to say fortunate enough. It's the one time I feel lucky to work for a giant corporation. Do you know what I mean?
You want to cash that chip in because it's not going to feel that way again, is it?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, this is a fleeting moment.
Oh, lucky me, I'm a number.
Oh, goody.
But also,
I do business in numbers.
One thing I have noticed, which I don't want to add to the negativity, but also like, I've still had to go to work because I work in a high security area and I'm considered business critical. And a lot of people like food servers and stuff. Well, not now, but
unskilled workers. I believe the government has called them.
Holding the fucking roof.
Not government. Pack of cunts. Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Unskilled workers, labourers, people. Why is it that
people are stopping society from collapsing in on itself? Because otherwise we'd all be out on the street eating and fucking each other. Sorry.
Why is it that all of the business critical and all of the societal critical people are paid the least?
Yep.
Give me a for why.
It's like people who work in care and people who naturally are very caring people who want to do that job. And also because it's very, very low funded, but at the same time I feel that people take advantage of the fact that they're naturally, like with nurses, people want to be nurses. So what do? Well, you're going to want to do that job regardless, so we'll not pay you properly.
Yeah, it's bad.
And that's incredibly shocking, like that happened. And now the burn on it is just even more ridiculous. Like, nurses have been getting like accosted in the street like, you should be self-isolating. It's just like, well, I fucking can't be because what am I supposed to do, live at the hospital? Do you know what I mean? Like, people are being as careful as possible, and I think that's the most important thing in all of this is that people need to be careful and people need to be kind.
Well, if you're watching this, you'll see that I'm not at my house.
No, you're not.
And there was a minute when I was like, maybe I shouldn't, but then I came in here, immediately washed my hands.
Yeah, you did.
I was like, don't touch me. I'm like that anyway, don't touch me.
We didn't even do on the cheek kisses, we were like, mwah, mwah. Like,
coronavirus.
Normally we're like,
Normally it's like, put my hole down.
So wear me like a puppet for 5 minutes.
Yeah, so and also I didn't get the bus, I didn't get a taxi, I walked here.
Yes, you did. You did
which was
walk
lovely,
here.
by the way. I want everyone to like, this is the thing, self-isolate.
It doesn't mean quarantine.
It does not mean quarantine.
Doesn't mean quarantine.
You can leave the house, just be responsible about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't go licking the shelves at Sainsbury's. And while we're on Sainsbury's...
Guilty!
Tastes like walnut.
Me and Nick were in Sainsbury's and it would like obviously been ransacked because everything.
Because the sheep are like angry.
Because we'll get to that in a minute, but like it was absolutely fuckoed, and he was like
absolutely fuckoed.
Absolutely fuckoed, and there was like a quiche on the shampoo aisle, and he was just like, "Oh my god, like that's the quiche that I wanted to get," and it was just like, how long has it been sat there though?
On the shampoo aisle.
Not in the fridge. A quiche spoiling. I was like, babe, we'll double back. We'll double back to the frozen aisle. See if we can find you something else. Like, do not buy that quiche, Lorraine.
Do not buy that quiche, Lorraine. Lorraine, put it down.
Lorraine, put down that quiche.
Put it down. Lorraine the pain.
Because otherwise...
Put the quiche down.
You died.
Yeah, you died. Imagine being like, calling in sick for work and being like, oh, have you got corona? And you're like, no, I just ate a really bad quiche.
I'm going to self-isolate just to be on the safe side because
I'm shitting my liver out.
And apparently that's what the coronavirus thing, but I'm not even going to mention. I'm not even going to mention the toilet paper scandal.
Oh,
I'm not going to do it.
You know what? I work in an office, and the cleaner comes down the office with her trolley to get to the other toilet at the other end of the building.
Please tell me that people have been stealing toilet paper. Is it locked off?
No. Well, yeah.
It's in a safe.
There's a stack of toilet rolls on this trolley, and someone makes a joke like, "Oh, she's got toilet paper. Shall we have it?" And there's that glimmer of like pre-cannibalism in everyone's eyes.
Yeah.
We could. Like, no, we're not. Just stop it.
The only thing that's holding me back is my morals.
Yeah. And they're dispensable at best.
Which is like every sloppy pig bottom's tagline on Grindr.
The only thing holding me back is
and my psoriasis. So yeah, it's been a funny old queer time.
It's been strange.
It has been really strange, but we're not going to harp on about like too much what's been in the news. We wanted it to be some kind of like positivity cast.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about what's been in the news. I don't want to talk about like what to do and how to do it, because obviously we're two drag queens. We shouldn't be giving people any sort of information.
And at the end of the day, all that anyone's really doing is speculating, because it's a very brand new thing. Like, people want to educate themselves, but they almost like binge educate, where like they'll read anything, or even worse, not read it, and then just like post it because they saw the headline, and then you read further down and it's just like, but none of this has been proven. I based this information on my ass.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. When you share something because the title's good, but further down it's like, wait, this is incredibly racist.
Oh my god, do you know what my favourite is? When someone like shares something, this is an outrage, and they're just like, Barbara, this article's from 2017. Like,
this is from The Onion.
This is This is from the Hard Times.net. Like, I love it when news somehow gets regurgitated and people are like, what? They're doing this?
Every Christmas when they're like, people want Santa to be non-binary, and you just have like, people are literally kicking off in the comments, whereas I just stroll in like, wait, who?
Yeah.
No one.
Do you know,
no one.
Do you know? Oh, sorry, I've got your wick.
Don't touch me.
Do you know with what was it? I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, that was it. In Trixie and Catcher's, I like to watch when they did A Knight's Tale or a Christmas night. A night before Christmas, fucking hell, I got there in the end. And they're just like, you work, dyke Santa. I think they said as a woman. It's like, that's how much of a gay I am. Like, I do actually want a dyke, non-binary, like, gender fluid.
Then you can have one. You know he's not real.
I'm going to be that Santa.
Yeah, I'm going to be that Santa.
I'm going to be the Santa.
You sit outside Asda and get kids to sit on your knee.
I mean, if this whole self-isolation and limited work is still going on by like Sunday, I will just start sending people videos that I've recorded of me as Santa for money to give to their kids.
That's another thing. All the drag queens aren't laughing at Cameo now. All of the Rue girls who are like, I'd never do that. You're fucking doing it now, aren't you?
Can I be really dumb?
What?
Is Cameo like Venmo? Is it like
no? Cameo is this thing where you can pay people to like.
Is it like
record a message?
Is it like Kaleidoscope?
I don't know what that is.
Periscope. No,
you asked me a question and then don't let me finish. Love that. So.
I'm the fucking worst. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
ASMR isolation podcast.
Can you imagine if that's what we did? She's doing that with a butthole. Anyway, so yeah, Cameo is basically you pay someone a set fee and they'll just record something for you.
Okay.
But some of them you can request what they say. Some of them they'll just be like, "Hey, it's Jasmine Masters, and I've got something to say. Hi, happy birthday."
Yeah.
But like, it was one of those things like, I can't believe you're doing that. Now everyone's fucking doing it. Because money.
Fight for survival.
Who was it?
You can't walk up and down the job aisle with your fucking Claire Sweeney jazz hands.
Who's the one that's not Tatiana? She's really skinny. She's in an early season of Drag Race.
Rebecca Glasscock?
No, I've forgotten her fucking name. Anyway.
And she's really skinny.
Yeah, she looks like she's made of twigs. She has a son.
And Nicole Page
Yes!
Brooks. How did I know when you said made of twigs? Nicole Page Brooks.
Nicole Page Brooks.
Yeah.
Yeah, she... apparently hers are the best because she won't do anything anyone says. She'll just insult them.
Oh, that's great.
She's just like, you gave me money to rip you, you piece of shit. How dare you? I'm here to do a show.
That's truly fantastic. Yeah. But the thing is, like...
so our link to Cameo is below.
Celebrities do that.
Celebos.
Well, celebobos do it on... like Facebook Messenger and stuff like that. Like Wagner from fucking X Factor, you PayPal him 20 quid and he'll record you a birthday message. I know people who get one every single year for the lols.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, but also Kim Woodburn, as in Kim Minaj, she'll do it. And
she's kind of famous.
Do you know fucking Joe Lycett, now named Hugo Boss, like the ultimate comedian troll, requested Kim Woodburn record a birthday message to someone called Kim, not realising that he was then going to tweet it at her on her birthday and say, "Happy birthday, Kim, here's a message from Kim." And the worst part is that she looks like a fucking lunatic because she's just like, "And you're also called Kim, and that's the best name." So she just it looks like she's talking to herself in a mirror before she's leaving the house in the morning, trying to pep herself up. Yeah,
that's magic.
That's something to do during self-isolation.
Pep yourself up.
Just start comedically trolling people for the lols. Troll celebrities, not in a mean way, in a light-hearted, I'm going to make you look a bit twattish way.
Do it.
Yeah.
Another thing
whatever Joe Lycett does, do that.
Do that.
Yeah.
Another thing about self-isolation as well, as someone who regularly books time off work, goes nowhere, but can stare too long into the void.
I love you so much.
It's true.
It is true.
You've got to be conscious about get out of bed.
Especially when the void looks back and it's like, yeah. You're coming in.
Come on.
Like
you're drinking ice cream soup.
Like when you're on holiday with like your mum and she's already in the pool. Come on, you're coming in. Come on, it's warm. I promise. It's not cold.
Yeah, that's what depression does.
Yeah, that's it.
So yeah, get up, get out of bed, make your bed. Get dressed.
Wash the pots.
Get dressed. You can dress. You can wear whatever you want. It's great.
It is so good.
Yeah, don't. It's not as bleak as it seems. Like today, I walked here. I made a point of smiling and saying good morning to everyone I fucking saw.
Yeah.
I look like a crazy person.
Of smiling, saying good morning, and then going. Can you imagine? That's the other thing as well. We were talking about this while we were getting ready. Both of us pretty much always have a cough because I'm a smoker and you're acidic.
Yeah. Yeah.
So because I smoke, every once in a while I do need to clear my little tar lungs, and because you've got a high concentration of acidity at the back of your throat, every once in a while you need to cough up a chunk of inside you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I did it on the bus the other day. I thought I was going to get lynched.
Oh my god, but we love the attention.
Every now and again.
Oh my god, I didn't even have to put a wig on for this amount of attention.
Matt was in Sainsbury's, and obviously it was rammed full of people trying to get the last eggs.
It's like fucking.
He just started coughing. Everyone moved. And then he started trolling people like he walked past with his sister and said to her like, I can't believe I've had it for 2 weeks and I've not even noticed anything. Just started trolling people. He didn't at any point say
my mouth is this wide open because I want his dick in it.
Oh yeah.
I'm in love with him right now.
Yeah. At no point was he saying, I have coronavirus, run away, because that's a bit too on the nose. But he did lean into it.
I know someone who also perpetually has a cough or has had a cough for the past 2 weeks, and I think I'm not going to drop any names, except I will because it was Baby Tap. He's like, I think I've got a bit of a cough. Like, bitch, you just want 2 weeks off to make some more music. And I live for that.
Every now and again
I've used that system.
Every now and again it works. With me, there's this guy Mark who works across the way who is also kind of funny. And
is he gay funny or straight funny?
He's straight funny, but it's fine.
I'm sorry.
But every now and again, like, news will come out about coronavirus and we'll all get an email number 246 about, like, try and wash your hands.
Yeah, naturally.
And Mark will just go, is it warm? And they're like, do your legs ache?
Is anyone else sweating down their back? Is anyone else sat in a swamp of moisture?
Yeah.
Is that just me?
But that's another thing. Phantom symptoms.
I have felt like I'm on the verge of getting something.
Yeah, well, like, you're going because everyone's like, Pauliness. I got so anxious the other day, I had to get off the bus.
Yeah, exactly. It's
just in the middle of nowhere.
In psychology, she took like an A-level in psychology.
You also took 3 A-levels in English. Look at you now.
Stop it.
They were degrees.
Don't blow up my spot. Just blow up my echo chamber. Thank you very much. It's called demand characteristics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's basically
tell the crowd.
So demand characteristics is basically where you think something is making you like having an expectation of your behavior, so that therefore you will act up to it in a certain way. Like children kind of do it. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy that if you like pop off with them just like, oh, you're in a mood, then you like they end up in a mood and like throwing a tantrum.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
someone tells you to calm down and then you become angry.
Yeah. It's also kind of similar to what's it akin to? Policemen like asking leading questions. They're like setting you up for something, so in your head you give them the response that you think that they kind of want.
Interesting.
And it's basically like mass social psychology that everyone's talking about illness all the time, so you're thinking about it. Like also your stress levels, so your cortisol is like spiking because you're stressed and you're anxious, and that means that your immune system is like fucking shot to shit.
Oh god.
So everyone needs to kind of like
chill the fuck out.
She knows shit, Janet. Yeah, like I know some stuff, right?
Good shit.
Like right underneath it. Like my skull never closed.
I can see your heartbeat through your soft spot.
Yeah, when I was at school, I was awarded biggest fontanelle. People used to use it as like a cum dump.
I use it as an ashtray.
Yeah, precisely. So, I think the key thing is to like
calm the fuck down.
Because it actually makes you more susceptible to any kind of illness.
Yeah.
Really. Like, because your body can't fight shit off because it's like weakened because it's stressed out.
Yeah.
And I know it's easier said than done. Of course I do. But like deep breaths, baby.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Calm the fuck down. Also, take it seriously, because it is serious. Don't be like, fuck it. You know what I hate? When people are like, it only affects old people, fuck it. I'm like, yeah, but if all of those old people die at once, then the NHS is going to be crippled and you can't use it. So...
I mean, it's...
And also, old people are still people.
Yeah, I mean, it's also like, you know... I myself have made the odd joke about like it being the boomer cleanse or whatever. I don't fucking mean that, because that involves my parents and your parents and whoever else is like grandparents and blah. No, wait, my parents aren't boomers. Wait, how old's a boomer?
I think they're like grannies now.
Are they like grannies and shit?
I think they're like young grannies.
Yeah, my mum's just like a granny, I suppose. Like,
I think your mum might be a boomer.
Oh, okay, possibly.
I think my mum might be a boomer.
Who's Gen X?
After
Gen X is
after boomer, then it's millennials, then it's Z's. Well, it's XZ after us.
Is Nick millennial or Gen X?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
That's his problem.
That is his problem. Anyway, because he didn't invent Instagram. So, see, I told you I'm a cough person.
And plus, like,
what was it saying? I felt like I was trying to finish the point.
It wasn't good.
It probably wasn't, was it? You pick up where I left off.
Also, like, calm down, but also take it seriously. Wash your hands. Realise that self-isolation is not quarantine. Realise that you're not going to spread coronavirus by being polite. There's no quarantine on being polite. There's no quarantine on smiling. There's no quarantine on, like, being happy. You're allowed to be happy. You're allowed to be nice to people. You're allowed to be polite. Just because you're in a rush and you're trying to get the last loaf of bread doesn't mean you can't say excuse me.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Just be people. That's what I hate.
And also, don't be one of those fuckers who's like abusing the system at the moment, because supermarkets have started to like open up their shops for like vulnerable people. Fucking dickheads are ploughing in there and pretending that they're carers.
Yeah. Oh no,
pretending
really?
that they're carers, or
pretending
that they've got issues, like that they've got some kind of problem, whereas in actual fact they're just playing the game, they're pulling a stunt.
That's awful.
Yeah, it's really bad.
I can put on a pretty good limp though. I'm kidding. It's terrible.
Oh my god, what's that joke about when you're playing golf? What's your handicap? Well, I don't have one myself, but I do like a girl with a limp. Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
So, that was what I was saying. The whole boomer thing, it's not funny. It's insensitive at the end of the day.
It is.
And because you wouldn't want to be pigeonholed into this idea of like all millennials are entitled and lazy, all Gen Zs are like apathetic and depressed, although we are.
Yeah.
So don't say the same thing about like all boomers voted leave, all of them are far right.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like there's good people out here who like don't deserve to be this scared.
And also don't spread a virus just because you don't like a certain group of people.
Oh yeah.
The fuck is wrong with you?
You didn't vote the same as me. I hope you drown in your own lungs.
Like,
what? What's wrong with you?
Bit of a stretch there.
We have different opinions. I hope that you get bird flu and die.
Like,
what?
Whoa.
What are you up to?
Yeah, wow.
That is such a gear shift, I swear to God.
That went from naught to death threats real quick.
Exactly. And that's just kind of messed up. And I'm as guilty as the next person that, I always joke what Raja says, if you don't have anything nice to say nothing at all. If you have nothing nice to say, come and sit next to me. Mm-hmm. But it is the time to be kind and to just kind of like excuse your mouth.
Support each other. Mm-hmm. Ask your elderly neighbour if they need anything.
Yeah. Something else that I thought
but don't touch them.
Yeah, exactly. Don't spit in their mouth even if they want it. No matter how
sexy they are.
No matter how much Ron begs. Tell him it's just not worth it. And you'll do it in 12 weeks.
Not in the current social climate.
Exactly. Just like, it doesn't matter how much you want that new iPad, do not spit in his mouth.
Well, it's a great time to get a sugar daddy.
It really is. It's time to start Vindom rinsing. Anyway. What was I going to say? Something really, really nice that I saw as well is that if you are self-isolating, a lot of people are pushing to like, you should be more creative, take up knitting. Don't feel like you have to. If you want to spend this time being a fucking 100% actual slug,
Hippocrocker pig, do
it, bitch. Yeah,
do it.
If you want to go full fridge monster, if you want to eat your fucking couch, inhale your feelings and watch Judge Judy, do it.
But also, I feel like our generation is also eerily prepared for this because we all grew up on like the Hunger Games, Divergent. We're like, dystopian future, I have just the outfit.
I grew up on fucking Fraggle Rock and Rosie and Jim. I don't know what's going on.
Sorry, I'm younger than you, I forget.
I mean, I watched Thundercats and He-Man and She-Ra, so I've just basically got like a victim complex. I feel like someone's going to come along and save me. Where's Captain Planet? That's who we fucking need.
Yeah, it saw this right out.
Yeah, where's that little kid that was like, heart, and he had a pet monkey?
Little gay bastard.
I know, but like, we could do with a little bit of heart right now. Hearts and shots.
Yeah, and also realise that it's bad right now, and it might get worse, but also, it will also end.
Yeah, exactly.
This too shall pass. Mm-hmm. A bad day does not equal a bad life.
Yeah. People were far less educated back in the time of smallpox, and they got through that. So also, the thing is that we don't want that spike. We want that curve to reduce.
Yeah, imagine you're making drag queen hip pads.
Yeah.
Just smooth it out a little.
We don't want like Nina Benina Brown. We want like Pearl.
Yeah. Oh.
Like nothing.
No, Pearl is if nothing happens.
In fact, Pearl is like people get healthier because it dips in.
Yeah. We want like a nice rounded Willem.
Well, no, we want nothing at all. We want like a flat line. We want no coronavirus. Because that's the curve.
Yeah, I know, but we have coronavirus. So we can't have no coronavirus.
We can't, yeah.
It's already happening.
Now
we just have to...
I'm being a fantalist. You're being a fantalist?
Realist. I'm being a realist. You're being a...
I thought you...
Phantasm.
No, you're being a pragmatist. Aren't you being more pragmatic?
First things first. I'm the realist Bruce Willis. Scientist? Coronavirus.
Stop it.
Yeah, anyway.
Also, some other things that I would just like to wrap up about memes and things that have made me laugh during this very difficult time. One of them was like, oh my god, how could 2020 possibly get any worse? And then a screenshot of James Charles saying he's been in the recording studio.
No one needs that.
2020's like, when he's like, how could things get any worse? 2020, hold my purse. Like, James Charles is going to drop a fucking single. That's been one of the things that's fully made me fucking LOL, because it was just like, yeah, this is it. It's like the rule of...
That ain't it, kid.
The rule of threes. Brexit really happened. Coronavirus. James Charles releasing music. Could you imagine him fucking singing? Like,
I'm trying
give me a song to sing that I'll know.
I don't know.
Just like something.
Down with the sickness.
Okay, no, you fucker. That's a good one. What's that? Is it a Britney song? I'm gonna do it.
It's Shitney Witch.
I'm gonna do it in the solid James Joshua. Like no sound will come out. It
sounds like if an asshole swallowed yogurt. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you fucking mean. That is exactly what it is. That's
an asshole who swallowed yogurt.
Right, and I know that I'm being unkind. I know that I just said we need to be
kind. He ain't gonna fucking watch
this. But he ain't gonna give a shit. He's like a multi-millionaire.
You know what? Fuck it, yeah. Tweet this at James Charles. It might get us famous.
Yeah, fucking at us that we've just slammed him. Like, we're not cancelling him. We're just saying, like...
Want to teach us makeup?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's just like, well, in this day and age, people are so concerned about getting ill, they're afraid to clear their throat. James Charles, no fucking problem. He hasn't cleared his throat since he was 3 years old. Like, just cough it out.
Just cough it out.
There is so much yogurt in that asshole.
Just spit out the dingleberry.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like that Muller crunch corner, just clear it out, Mary.
Also, like back on this.
I love that you've got chatty nail gloves when you do that. Also, okay, yeah, back on this.
Also, I'm like teaching myself to make bread. I can make clothes. I'm like ready.
You're gonna make someone a beautiful wife one day.
I know.
In the war.
I've been looking at I was looking at my garden like I could grow veg here. I was like maybe I'll get some chickens.
Oh bitch, I need to get this out here because it's really been troubling me.
What?
That fucking 5-minute crafts with bury a watermelon.
Oh for fuck's sake, this has really been troubling you, hasn't it?
I need
okay.
to get a fucking watermelon and put it out in the garden buried and stick a GoPro on it for like the next 9 months because
You know what, if you bury it up and it's like popping fresh though?
I need to know.
I need to know
because that video aired on the 15th of March and I was like, that's 281 days until Christmas or whatever. Like, so who has already done this? Who buried a watermelon for 281 days in the ground and covered it with grass to make sure? It's the same video with the next clip. They fill a tub full of salt and put eggs in it and then put it in the freezer. It's like, make it last longer. It's just fucking eat your eggs. Or don't waste that much salt.
Yeah, that's so much salt.
Who's got a freezer that big?
Can you imagine? Going to someone's house and there's a freezer drawer just full of salt.
Salt and eggs.
Don't watch 5-minute crafts. Watch this instead.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Although
half an hour shafts.
5-minute crafts, honey. 5-minute crack. Like I cannot stop watching them.
Oh, I hate it.
I can't stop watching them.
I can't watch a full one. It makes me angry.
Oh my god! Like, see when I click on one and it's like 11 minutes long, I'm like, off we go then.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna make it to the end.
Oh no.
Although sometimes what happens is I'll start watching it and it'll be like a 25-minute one, and then an advert will pop up and I'm like, oh thank god, and I just come out.
Thank God now.
That's like an ad in a 5-minute craft video is like my panic button. We're like, oh yeah, shit, it's fine. I'm not that invested. I can get out at this point.
Like this friendship. Bye.
You fucking bitch. But yeah. We hope that this has provided some kind of light entertainment on a very serious situation that we do think you need to be socially responsible about.
But be socially responsible, but also don't be a dick. Like, smile at each other. Have a nice time.
And don't be so fucking accusatory. Like, if someone got the last bag of potatoes, laying off the carbs really isn't going to kill you, honey. Did you just kick the tripod?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kick you in the shit.
Yeah, we're kicking you, viewers. So Marilyn's ruined the shot, so we're going to go.
Couldn't ruin a shot with this beautiful face.
Have you got anything else that you would like to add, darling, about this whole scenario, other than people need to be lovely to each other and lovely to us as well, obviously?
Make your bed in the morning, have a coffee, put some clothes on, and just smile at each other. And don't be afraid to cry about it.
And also, to quote the comedian Joachim Booster, and if you haven't seen him before, I absolutely recommend checking him out. He's like this hot gay comedian. He's amazing. He's like, well, his whole thing is just like, don't save your loads.
No.
Anytime that you think, I shouldn't jack off right now, I might have really good sex later. No,
just have
set your loads free.
Yeah.
If you want to stay at home and pull the padge, do it. Also, if you don't, that's fine too.
Yeah. I had a stressful day the other day. Things were getting a little on top of me. I put a sad Pixar film on. Because that's the only thing that can make me cry. And then I had a good little cry. And then I felt so much better. Yeah. So then today I was able to like get up, make the bed, have my coffee, put my clothes on, and just go outside and smile at the sky.
That's nice.
And then smile at strangers. I said good morning to so many people today. Mm-hmm. And people were like... Like, people think that because there's this going on, you can't talk to each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Say hello, wave at people. I waved at a postman.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's so fucking Vicar of
It
Dibley.
was gorgeous.
Delightful.
Delightful.
Take that gorgeous energy with you into the rest of however long this goes on for.
Yeah.
And yeah, our DMs are always never open. if you want to talk to someone,
Don't talk to us.
comment. If you need to chat to someone, comment below. Let's get a dialogue going about your hints and tips of things that you can do whilst you're remaining socially responsible.
That's a really good call.
Yeah, because
We'll comment back as well. Like,
yeah, exactly. I mean, she will. Otherwise,
Oh.
unless I hack your YouTube.
Well, to be fair, I comment from Lewis.
Oh, you do, don't you?
Yeah, I don't comment from.
You fucking dumb bitch.
Yeah.
And also, the other thing is, you can also continue to support people in remote ways, even when you don't have any money. You can share stuff.
Yeah.
You can retweet. You can reblog. You can whatever.
You can talk to each other.
Yeah, and it's all just like super nice.
Huh.
Yeah, and just like be super friendly.
Be super friendly.
Yeah.
It's free.
So depending what's going on next week, we might be back with the second part of Worst Dates.
Yes.
Or we might end up doing some kind of remote podcast if everything's completely gone into lockdown and we can't even meet up.
Or, worst case scenario, you die.
Oh God! So what we want you to do with the podcast this week is not die.
Not die.
Wait for the Grim Reaper to show up with his blue binder and go, oh, you
Ooh.
didn't.
Oh.
You're all right.
You're not on it. Who am I after? You died.
You're after Ron.
Oh,
You
Ron.
ended up spinning his mouth to get that new iPad
Fucking
Shuffle.
Ron.
iPad Shuffle? iPad
Can you
Shuffle.
imagine?
iPad Shuffle.
iPad Shuffle is just
I
a
didn't
blank
even- I
screen.
didn't
It's
even-
a screen that you hold and then you don't get to pick the app.
I
It
didn't
just
even,
opens
I didn't
something.
even say shuffle, I said shuffle.
iPad Shuffle.
iPad Shuffle, like...
Back in time for Christmas. The iPad
Back
Shuffle.
in you fucking box, Nana. You don't even know what you're talking about anymore. It's like earlier on Twitter, I was just like, I keep on getting really overexcited when people saying that they're self-isolating with a Switch, and then I'm like, oh, you mean the game console?
What, did you think they meant a blade?
No, with like a burst daddy. It's just like, I can't, oh no, it's like, no, I'm self-isolating with my burst daddy. That's just what I call my vintage Game Boy. So anyway, is that everything?
That's everything.
That is everything.
That is everything.
Yeah. But yeah, look after yourselves, look after each other.
Be nice.
And regardless, come hell or high water or flop sweats, we will be back next week.
And
So-
you don't need that much toilet roll. Just wash your ass in the shower.
Is that really the hill we're going to die on? Cool.
Bye.
Bye.
Unnamed Drag Podcast.